Happy December, everybody. Oh, I love December. Yes, we celebrate Christmas, but part of why I love it is it's such a beautiful time to enjoy the new sights and scenes. There are decorations up everywhere, and so it just makes you see things in a different way. It gives you that different perspective. It gets darker earlier. It is... I just realized I'd need to shut my phone off. Oh, and there is my camera now doing what it's supposed to do. Isn't that nice? A little creepy, a little freaky, but it's doing what it's supposed to do. The season of December, Sagittarius season, is about adventure. And so as we're seeing the different lights, we're looking at the outside light from the sun in a different way. It gives us an opportunity to be more introspective. And that is a beautiful thing. So one thing that I want you to think about doing, seriously contemplate this, I really strongly encourage you to do this, is go through your year. Go through your calendar. Go through your pictures, your photo gallery, and see what lights you up, what situations, obstacles, challenges were presented to you, and what did you learn from them. Really take into account all that has brought you to this point of the year already. If it's too difficult for you to do that, if you don't have a calendar that you have kept, if you don't have whatever, think of the different seasons. When it was, the start of the new year, what were you excited about? What did you accomplish? What did you not accomplish? Did you stick with your resolution? Do you even remember what your resolution was? Was that really something that you really truly wanted anyway, or was that shitting all over yourself? Then moving in, as we moved into spring, what was exciting about spring? What were you looking forward to? What did you accomplish? Did you take any trips? Did you make any new friends? Did you start any new hobbies? Then over the summer, when you had a bit more freedom, more daylight hours, warmer temperatures, what did you do to take advantage of the longer season, the summer season, and what lit you up? What did you not love so much? And then moving into fall, harvest season. Is moving into September is always a time when, even if your kids are not in school, we're still so stuck in the habit of, it's like the beginning of a new year. How did that feel? September is, of course, Virgo season, which is daily plans, your body. And so that is oftentimes why we get back into this whole new year feeling. How did that feel? What did you want to reignite or reimagine as you moved into the autumn season? And now, the last couple of months in the winter season, it has gotten a bit colder. We have come inside a bit more. We've been looking at our internal surroundings more. As the days get shorter, we do, by nature of our bodies and how our circadian rhythms work, we get more introspective and we get more snuggly. And it's really a time to reflect. The beautiful thing about Sagittarius is it is about adventure. It is about your beliefs. Woo! And the light just turned on all by itself. Another kooky thing. And so being able to reflect upon the year and then your beliefs about how was the universe working for you, even if you had arguments with people, even if you had relationships that fell apart, if you had new relationships, what did you learn and who are you now based upon those specific situations, circumstances, events? And from that, what do you want to elaborate on? What additional boundaries might you wish to have in place? And how would you like to take this and move this forward, these different events, to become more of this person that you want to continue to evolve into? Because that's what life is about. Life is about evolving. We are not static. Our hair grows, our fingernails grow. If we go clawing our way into the future, so be it. But we're always changing and we're always evolving. And what I have learned is to let go and to go with that flow. When you can actually extricate yourself from all of the smitterings and smatterings and bullshit that goes on in the everyday, the mundane, the society, culture, and recognize that that is not you, and that that is not who you are, and that that is not who you wish to be, life just lightens up. Your body actually lightens up. So, as we take these beliefs in Sagittarius season into the coziness under the covers, under a blanket with a fire going, in a little bit more of the darkness, and learn to capture, try on for size these new beliefs, we can then take those beliefs in ourselves and catapult that, springboard that into what we want to do for the new year, which is a whole nother season, which we'll do in about 31 days from now. So speaking of the body, I have talked a bit about, you've probably received the emails about the Oasis, which is the new paid membership that I'm offering. We do so much more to become embodied. We work with our body to understand what emotions are trying to tell us, what we are feeling in our body, and what we can do about it. Because it doesn't have to be stuck. Like I said, this is not static. We are constantly moving. And so if we can learn to move in new ways, if we can learn to get out of the stuckness and the crunchiness and the same patterns and rhythms, and really allow our body to be more flexible and to have our lungs be able to create more space in our body and to be able to loosen up all of the stuck emotions that we have by moving our body, life feels so much better. And when we are not feeling well in our body, whether that's an ache and pain, whether that's a sickness, an illness, or whether that's just a meh, it distracts us from the light that we are meant to be shining. And so I believe so strongly, and you've seen me work through this as I've started to introduce and integrate different certifications that I'm going through or have gone through. And spoiler alert, I'm actually becoming an actual certified yoga teacher. So we've been doing a lot of movement prior to this, but I'm actually going to become an actual accredited yoga teacher, and you get to ride that ride with me. So we're going to be moving the body a lot. So going back to Sagittarius season, Sagittarius is a fire sign. And so, as we talk about beliefs, we can talk about burning down and leaving behind what we would like to from 2025, and then taking that and becoming the phoenix and believing and adventuring what the phoenix rising will look like for 2026. Within the body, and I use the book, want to fully give her credit, Body Astrology by Claire Gallagher. It's a fantastic book. A lot of it has to do with like running and weightlifting and things like that, but she covers in great detail the different aspects of your body that are impacted or influenced by the energy of Sagittarius, and that is the hips and thighs. So think of your power source. The Sagittarius, the adventurer, is the moving forward, and so it is that power source, your biggest muscles that are heavily influenced. So a lot of the body work that we will be doing within the Oasis membership will be doing some lunges. It will be moving breath with body work. It will be moving dances to stay in the flow and to kind of loosen up your fascia and to loosen up your muscles and to loosen up your hips, but not too much. So that it becomes uncomfortable, but just to really kind of let it start to flow and embody that femininity that we all own. It's so spectacular. The lower spine and liver. Also the left hemisphere of the brain, which is judgment and reasoning. So as we're looking at these various beliefs, look at them without judgment. It is a little creepy how the camera does its autofocus. What happens if I do this? I don't know. We're flowing with it. Flow with me, baby. So the reasoning and judgment, take a look at what you have accomplished. Take a look at what you wish to hold on to and what you wish to let go of. That's the judgment that you can do. Judge what deserves your focus. Judge and reason where you would like to put your energy versus where you would like to stop the distraction, stop the energy leaks. That's the beautiful thing about judgment and discernment and reasoning. As we are relating to these strong muscles, we're going to be focusing on protein. We are going to be focusing on good sources of root vegetables. That's also the season. So potatoes with the skins, strong greens, sturdy greens like kale, like chard, beet greens, eating more beets or juicing the beets. And I know some of you don't like beets, but beets with horseradish. Oh, delicious if you like those two types of things. Squashes, pumpkin. So those types of things that will really be like strong foundational types of food, sturdy food, comforting, nourishing stew, chili, things such as that is beautiful. I will be sharing a couple of recipes within the Oasis. What I really want for you to be able to enjoy within the Oasis is I want it to be like a living magazine. I want you to be able to interact with it. There are magazines. There are going to be, different ideas that you can do to be creative. I want us all to share with one another different crafts that we're doing, different hobbies that we're doing, different ways that we are using our time and our energy, because it's a collective and it's like-minded women who are doing this all simultaneously. So we'll be doing breath work. We are doing, as I mentioned, body movement, journaling practices. There are a couple of very powerful moons, the first of which is at the end of this week on December 5th, a very strong full moon. There is, all of this talk about Three-Eye Atlas, and the incredible, powerful consciousness, raising of the vibration, raising of consciousness that is happening on the planet as it is kind of circumventing all of the planets, and this happens through the month of March. And so it's really also lightening the load in our body, lightening, drinking more water, drinking more tea, creating more space in your body so that as the sun, which is also having all of these huge plasmas that are coming off of it, as these are integrating into the earth, having more space in your body allows your body and your nervous system to be able to embody it more and to hold it more. And, you'll start to see a bit of a bifurcation of, some people are having a very, very difficult time with this because they're holding on to the past. They're holding on to the negative emotions. They're holding on to struggle. They're holding on to strife. They're holding on to fear. Yeah, shit's happening in the world, of course. But there is also hope. And so if you can focus more on what you want and less of what you don't want, don't give what you don't want energy. Stop breathing life into it. Stop giving it your attention. Focus on what you do want. Focus on the direction that you do want to go. It's what we would have told our kids when they were tiny, right? Yeah. So within the Oasis, this is founding members time. So it's $17 a month until the end of January. Excuse me. Nope, take it back. Until the end of December. Starting in January, it's going to go up to $29 a month. And then starting in March, it's going to go up to $44 a month. So if you want to get in at founding member rate, locked in at $17 a month, as long as you continue to be a subscriber, that is something that you get to lock in at. If you want to dabble in and out, you will join again at whatever the current rate is. The reason for that change is that there's going to continually be more content. I'm going to drop courses in there. I'm going to give you access to a private podcast called Let's Go for a Walk, because nobody wants to be sitting behind Zoom anymore. But again, we're going to be doing body work in there, so we'll be doing yoga, we'll be doing stretching, we'll be doing energy movement, we're going to be doing the breath work, as I mentioned, we'll be doing journaling, we'll come together and do planning in there based upon the energies, and sharing recipes, sharing different ways of being creative. And I'm going to have guest speakers coming in and sharing their special medicine with you. And it's just, the vision that I have for this is that you get to create your own divine plan of love and how you want to live. When I talk about my divine plan of love, it is being of service. It is loving myself wholly and unconditionally. I'm going to do a whole separate video on this as to kind of the origin story behind this. But I have seen far too many women who are very, very close to me, and myself included, because we are all a mirror, aren't we? Who have really struggled with mental health as it relates to who we are becoming, and who we have wanted to be, and kind of bridging that gap. Because it's time. And so having a divine plan of love is living your legacy now. And this is not subscribing to any one particular religion. This is about spirituality. This is about your whole self, your emotional self, your spiritual self, your work self, your physical self, and your energetic self. It's you in relationship with everything in the world, coming first from the relationship with yourself. And so as we have breakthroughs with ourselves and get to know ourselves better, the more that we are able to heal old wounds, heal old patterns, heal old relationships, especially with ourselves. And it's from that point that we become more emotionally intelligent, more body intelligent, more resilient, therefore more discerning, with better boundaries, stronger sense of purpose, stronger sense of self. And that just emanates, radiates all of the eights from ourself. And that is how we get to raise our own consciousness, how we, by mere sheer proximity, raise the consciousnesses of those around us. And that's how we change the world, people. So please join me in the Oasis. I will make sure that the link is in the description so that you can do that. Again, through the month of December, it is $17 a month for the founding member rate. It will go up to $29 a month on January 1st. It will go up to $44 a month on April 1st. Enjoy Sagittarius season. Enjoy the introspection. Enjoy making a list of all of the things that you have to be thankful for, and receive that. Oh, that also reminds me, I'm doing a 21-day free challenge called Receiving. So I should have led with that. But it's the season of giving, right? Give, give, give. And we as mothers, give, 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 give. Guess what? You get to receive. So for the next 21 days, every single day, there's going to be a drop. And it is about receiving. So I can't believe I forgot to tell you that. Anyway, stay tuned for that. Keep an eye out in your inbox for those special little ways that you can receive. I love you. I will see you soon. Ciao for now.